Hey everybody, it's Pastor Brown from Pleasant Hope Baptist Church. I'm back again with London, our political commentator here at Pleasant Hope Baptist Church. She was here with us before the election to give some insight and give some thought about what she thought about it, even though she can't vote yet at 13 years old. But by the time she's ready to vote, she's going to be voting all up and down that paper with information. And I wanted her to come back though because the election is over now. We have a new administration coming in. London, hi.
Hello.
We have President Joe Biden coming now with this administration. We have historic Vice President Kamala Harris as well. First woman of color, Vice President of the so-called United States. What's your thoughts?
I'm really excited because Trump is no longer in office, but also because we have someone in office who listens to the people and who does what is best for the majority of America, and he really puts his thoughts out and he puts a lot of thinking into them. And I'm really happy that a woman of color is vice president because it is so historic, and also it inspires other girls of color to dream that they could be vice president or even president one day in the future.
You know, London, one of the things that I am fearful of is all that energy we saw around the election prior to the results. I'm fearful of people putting their feet up, chilling. All right, the work is over. We got the new administration, back to life, back to reality. However do you want it? But I think even in light of the results of this election, there's still work to do. What do you say to people, or what would you say to people who feel like the work is done? Like, we can chill now. Like, how would you keep people engaged in being the change in our society?
I don't think the president or vice president is perfect. You know, there are still things that they could miss, and I think it's our job as citizens of America to bring certain issues that we care about to light, to also keep in mind that the criminal justice system is still broken, and we have someone in office who has helped aid that system. So we still need to be vigilant in making sure that correct justice is served.
Awesome. As we think now as we prepare rather for the a new administration coming into office in just now in a matter of months, I'm also curious on the local level. Baltimore City politics, the things that are closer to home. Are there any issues closer to home here in Baltimore that you give some thought to as well, that we should also give some energy to?
There are two that I find really important. I think the education offered in Baltimore. You have private schools that have a lot of resources, and I'm very lucky to live in a neighborhood and be able to go to a public school that is so well resourced. But there are so many other schools in Baltimore that are not getting the resources they need simply because they are in Black neighborhoods and serve Black children and people of color. And I think it's important that on the local level they receive more funding to and not just throwing money at them and being like, oh, do what you will with this, but having people in place creating plans for the money to invest it, to make sure that it keeps growing and making more money for these communities.
Okay, awesome. From the national level to local issues to a new administration, London knows it all. We have to call this segment London Knows It All. And so, thank you so much, London. I appreciate you for coming to share. We have more work to do. The election is over, but we got to keep that same energy when it comes to being the change in our local communities. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time here at Pleasant Hope Baptist Church.